All right, Mariners post game. Here we go. Game 113, and it was a good one. Emerson Hancock in his major league debut, 5 innings, 1 run ball, and he looked very good. And the Mariners winning their 7th game in a row. First time all season that we've been even more than a 5-game win streak, and we're now a season high 10 above 500. Still 2.5 out of the playoffs, but we are continuing to gain ground on both. Not Toronto today, but we gained ground on the Rangers, so that's good. We win the series, a sweep over the Padres. This is our 2nd sweep in a row. And now we can take on the Baltimore Orioles starting on Friday, get an off day tomorrow. And that Friday series against the Orioles is going to be huge. So I'm really excited to see how that goes. But for the Mariners today, man, what a game, what a good game. I was skeptical of Emerson Hancock. I wasn't sure how he would do. Obviously, never pitched in AAA, made the jump straight from AA because Brian Wu is on the IL now. But Emerson Hancock comes up and does very well. First inning, he gives up 1 run. It was kind of a silly run. He walked Kim, and then Kim stole second and third and then scored on a ground ball. So really not Emerson Hancock's fault that Hyun-Soo Kim is just really fast and steals bases all the time. But after that, he doesn't give up any more runs. He struck out 3, walked 3, only allows 2 hits, goes 5 innings. He had a good game. And Paul Durham, you predicted it down in the comments of our earlier video. You actually thought he would do a little bit worse than he did. So good on you for being optimistic. Like I said, I wasn't sure how he would do. But obviously the history of success is there. Hancock was a guy who was taken in the first round. I believe he was like the 12th overall pick in 2020. He was really good in college, but then he came to the minors and kind of struggled, and then he got injured. And at one point, he was like the 40th prospect in all of baseball, and then he goes all the way off the top 200. And he was our number 6 prospect. He is currently our number 6 prospect, but now he's in the majors, and he is the last of those 7 young pitchers that we had. We had obviously Gilbert and Kirby, and then Bryce Miller, Brian Wu, and now Hancock. And then we traded Levi Stout and Brandon Williamson to the Reds. And those were kind of the 7 young arms that we looked at 3 years ago and said, like, these are the future. And so we used to have the deepest pitching prospect staff in the league, and now we don't have anyone left. So obviously the hope is that all these young guys, all 5 of them will thrive in the majors and be great, and we won't need any more young pitchers. But that's we'll see. We shall see. And obviously we still have Castillo, Robbie Ray, Marco Gonzalez as well. So it's really a good problem to have. It does make you wonder. What do we do when Brian Wu is healthy? Do we send down Hancock? I mean, if he struggles, but what if he keeps pitching well? Maybe Bryce Miller, he hasn't been great lately. Maybe he's gonna get sent down, or maybe if Hancock just keeps pitching how he did tonight, maybe Brian Wu is done for the year, because even if he becomes healthy, Wu hasn't pitched 100 innings in a season since high school. He has not pitched 100 innings in a season since 2017 when he was in high school. And honestly, I'm not even sure if he pitched 100 innings in high school. Maybe he might have never pitched 100 innings in a season. But he never did in college, and he never did in the minor leagues. And right now, he's at 97 this year. So Wu has pitched more this year than he pretty much ever has. It makes you wonder, do you just let him have the rest of the year off? Because you want to make sure he doesn't continue to get injured, you want to make sure he's well rested for next year, because he does factor into our future plans. So maybe if Hancock keeps pitching well, this is it for the rest of the year. I don't know. If Hancock struggles, though, that'll be a whole nother story. But for today, he was good, and the Mariners are looking very, very solid right now. Scott Service doing an interview right now as we speak. You can see that over on the TV. And I'm sure it's lots of good things to say. We had some great at-bats. Cal Raleigh continues to be insane. 1-1 tie game in the 8th inning. Raleigh crushes the 2-run home run. And then after that, we get Teoscar with a double. We get Ty France with a double. And then he scores from second on a Cade Marlowe single. And then Canzone gets a hit. And then Dylan Moore gets it. I mean, everyone, all of the role players were cooking tonight. Cade Marlowe with another 2-hit day. That dude continues to be one of the most impressive players, and we were discussing this with Drew a few days ago, whether or not he can keep it up, and maybe he won't. But from what I've seen from him, is very disciplined at bats. He knows the game, he understands the game. He's probably not a 300 hitter when it's all said and done, but I don't think he's a bad player. I honestly think Cade Marlowe can be a career 250 guy, and he walks enough, and he might not be a total power hitter, but he has decent power, decent speed, plays good defense. All the intangibles are there with Cade Marlowe. So I honestly think that he can be a pretty solid player at a major league level. Probably not a superstar, probably never even a star, but I think he can be like a Michael Saunders type of guy or a Franklin Gutierrez type of guy, the type of guy who, he can start, he can play off the bench, he can be in a platoon situation, and no matter what he does, he's going to be around a 240 to 260 hitter and maybe hit one or two home runs a month and steal a base a week and play really good defense in the outfield. And if he can do that, that is as much as we need from him. We don't need him to be the Julio and Kelenic star potential type of guy. We just need him to be a guy who doesn't suck, because we've had a lot of guys lately who have sucked. I mean, he is already so much more value he has brought us than A.J. Pollock ever could have brought this season. Pollock was like negative 0.8 wins this year, and Cade Marlowe, I think he's already over 1 win above replacement in his 2 weeks of being on the team. So whether or not he ends up staying like this good, which he probably won't, I think he is here to stay as a Seattle Mariner, which I'm really excited about. And this is great. Back-to-back series sweeps, first time we've done that this year. So things are looking up in Seattle. Now, next up, we play the Baltimore Orioles. That's going to be a tough series, but we do have momentum on our side, and we have home field advantage. And it's Felix Hernandez induction into the Hall of Fame weekend, so that could be an extra spark to the team, and that could maybe help us get over the top with all the weekend's festivities. I'll be at the game on Saturday. I'll try to get some of that maybe in a live stream to you guys, and Saturday is when he is actually going into the Hall of Fame. So that should be pretty cool. Friday, firework night, and then Sunday they got the bobblehead. So the Kings Court back in action for one final time, and that should be pretty cool to see. So hopefully Felix being there and his presence will help the Mariners to continue this hot streak over the weekend. We got an off day tomorrow. Me and Drew will be coming at you with more content and maybe some Seattle Seahawks content as well as they start getting ready for their preseason. And one more note for the day, Michael Lorenzen threw a no-hitter today for the Phillies, so that's interesting, but not Mariners worthy. So with that being said, thank you guys for watching this video. Let us know down in the comments. Paul, Carter, let us know what you guys think about the team tonight, and anyone else who wants to chime in as well. Where do you see Emerson Hancock's career going from here? Do you think that he is going to turn into a solid third, fourth starter in the big leagues, or is this just a flash in the pan, and is he really just the guy who fell from number 40 to out of the top 200? Who knows? Who is it to say? But all I know is that tonight, Emerson Hancock was on, and so were the Mariners. So this has been the NW Sportscast. Like, subscribe, and go Mariners.